Where is Sarah Ferguson now, do you know? Because I've read reports that she's in the United Arab Emirates and broke.
It just keeps getting worse for Sarah Ferguson. The question on everyone's mind, where is she now? Reports have surfaced claiming she's in the United Arab Emirates, struggling financially. But that's not all. There are whispers she spent a whole month at a luxury resort in Switzerland, which costs a whopping $25,000 a day. And this is the same resort she had previously endorsed. Fast forward, and the lavish £16,000-a-day Swiss retreat has disappeared, replaced by a modest £100-a-night stay in a quiet corner of Ireland. Meanwhile, the media continues to be fixated on her ex-husband's legal troubles, but Sarah is quietly retreating into the shadows. With frozen assets, a severed royal support system, and a slew of embarrassing revelations, her brand has all but collapsed. Before moving forward, don't forget to like and subscribe the channel for daily updates. Once, she defended a predator to protect her image, but now in 2026, that image is beyond repair. Now, Sarah is hiding in plain sight at a small, affordable wellness center. But is this just a temporary pause or the final chapter of a once glorious downfall? People used to provide her freebies, upgrading her accommodations, thinking that she deserved it, and who could blame them? After all, her visits gave these places massive publicity. But today, her situation has drastically shifted. In the Middle East, she still carries a bit of respect, but she's now negotiating for money from local rulers. Despite the extravagant surroundings of Switzerland, by 2026, even the most luxurious stays couldn't stop her financial bleed. Investigators spent months tracking her every move, trying to uncover where she was hiding. The lavish lifestyles of the ultra-wealthy are great at hiding, but when the money dries up, it's harder to stay hidden. The wellness retreat that once was a symbol of opulence suddenly became out of reach. Sarah's financial woes weren't just a decline in income. They led her to Ireland's rugged Atlantic coast. The residents there were stunned when they saw the former royal figure, now staying at Valley Life and Lodge, a far cry from the private wings and palatial suites she once enjoyed. Here, she paid just £13 for a night, a stark 99% drop in status. In Dublin's Mayfair, £113 might not even buy a decent bottle of wine, but in Donegal, it bought her anonymity. The once prominent Duchess had swapped high society for quiet walks by the sea, dodging the media and avoiding fresh scrutiny from digital revelations. Her retreat wasn't about vacation, it was a desperate attempt to escape her own words, which were now coming to light in American courts. Those private emails, once concealed, have now become the nail in her coffin. It's not just her financial decline. Sarah's links to the notorious financier Jeffrey Epstein are becoming harder to ignore. The infamous emails paint a picture of her not only protecting a predator, but actively facilitating his heinous acts. She was allegedly helping set up meetings between Epstein and her goddaughter. In another, she described a young woman she was eager to marry off to Epstein. And in a chilling email, she admitted she wouldn't label Epstein a predator in public, despite her private knowledge. This revelation was shocking enough to shake public trust. As her world crumbled, Sarah was not the only one facing the consequences. Andrew, her ex-husband, found himself in a police cell, marking his 66th birthday in a legal nightmare. For Sarah, her life of luxury has become an afterthought. The £16,000-a-day wellness retreat was a fleeting memory, while the cold winds of Ireland signaled her downfall. 6 of her linked enterprises have now closed. The brand she worked so hard to build is gone. These companies like Fergie's Farm, Luna Investments, and Planet Partners Productions, all linked to royal connections, are now defunct. The final blow came when her charity, launched to help women and children, announced its indefinite closure. Corporate sponsors who once tolerated her scandals are now running for the hills. This isn't just retirement, it's professional obliteration. Her public platform has been wiped clean, and her income has disappeared. She's now living on a shoestring budget, far removed from the world of glamour and fortune. While her business empire collapsed, so did the reputations of those around her. The financial devastation that followed her downfall was made worse by emails revealing her desperation to secure employment, even asking for menial work. In 2026, Sarah's decline was complete. The charity work, the businesses, the royal links, everything was wiped out. She's now living in a budget hotel in Ireland, far from the grandeur of her former life, and even her name, once a household one, has become a shadow of its former self. Sarah's downfall is more than financial, it's the loss of public trust. The loyalty she once had from her supporters is gone. And as the year unfolds, it's becoming clearer that this isn't just a phase, it's the end of a chapter. The retreat in Ireland might just be where Sarah faces her final reckoning, quietly waiting for the consequences of her past to catch up with her.